Hi, my name is Kevin, and I just went to see the Weeknd concert in Denver, Colorado. It was such an amazing show, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity. So shout out to Aaliyah for inviting me and telling me about her spare ticket. Anyways, this is my very first time going to the Empower Field, also known as the Broncos Stadium. Walking to the stadium was super fun, and it was low-key kind of scenic. There's a little river, had a cute little bridge to walk over, and had a meow wolf in sight. It was pretty cute, but it was super packed. This show is sold out, so, there's gonna be hella people. So we head up to the gate and check in our ticket. Mine goes through well, but Elias doesn't scan. And I'm like, what the fuck? She's the one that bought the tickets. How are her shit bootleg and mine works? But it turns out she gave some like flight ticket on accident or something. I don't know, something with Apple Wallet, but once we get scanned in, we get these cute little light up bracelets that are interactive for the concert. We walk around trying to find a way up since our seats are on the third floor. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes pass and we find an escalator up to the third floor. We ride the escalator up, which apparently had some UV cleaning technology that kept the handrails sanitized, but that's cap. Like, it does not work. Do not touch that shit. That shit is nasty. Anyways, as we get up, we start walking towards the section, and up ahead, I go, oh my god, Aaliyah, that man is receiving chest compressions. We kind of just stare and watch this super aggressive young man who's yelling at someone give chest compressions to this old man. We're super hesitant to walk forward anymore, but a lot of people start to pile up and just stare. And it felt wrong just to watch without taking any action. So I ran back towards the escalator where they had some event staff, and I'm like, hey yo, you gotta hurry up. Someone is getting chest compressions and they look like they're dying. So he stands up super quick and runs over, and I run behind him, and I look at Ali and I'm like, oh my fucking god, if this guy lives, that's on me for real for real. I deadass saved that man's life, but it's whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, the event staff guy, he calls for backup and tries to move the guy giving chest compressions for some legal reasons, but the man giving chest compressions starts yelling, do you know CSR? And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I don't know what the fuck CSR is. I thought it was CPR, but it's whatever. But the man was lying on the ground, and people are like holding up, like hella people start flooding in. I'm like, hell no, I'm not gonna wait here. So I walked past and snuck by 3 event staff. I mean, I didn't even sneak by, like it wasn't like illegal or some shit, like kind of like was like, excuse me, and I just went past them. Aaliyah follows me, and we entered, like the third floor seating area. And I look back, and I see this man resurrect from the dead, like this motherfucker Lazarus from the Bible. Like, he spit blood out of his mouth, and there's like blood on the floor. I'm like, hell no, this motherfucker had Vecna in him. Like, absolutely not. But we enter the third floor seating, and it's empty. Like, it's empty. Like, the lines downstairs had hella people, but up here, this shit empty. Like, on some real shit, I was joking with Aaliyah as we were entering Empower Field at the gate. I was like, damn, we should be VIP. We just cool like that. And turns out we snuck into the United Club in Empower Field, which is like some sort of VIP in its own way, like seating wise. I don't know how it really works, but it was supposed to be like that, or at least I thought. And, I'm gonna go to a show. This would be like super long, 2-3 hours. I buy water, and the person selling me the water turns out to be a nurse. And she asked, are you having a good time? And I was like, yeah, I'm having a great time. I just saw some guy lying on the ground getting chest compression. She was like, damn, that's tough. And I was like, damn, that's tough. But I asked if the water could get refilled. She's like, hell no, but we should push for free water. I'm like, hell yeah, because I had to pay fucking $10 for my water bottle. It was 2 bottles for $10. Like, where's my bank account, man? Like, I'm poor. Like, come on. But we find some person to help, find our seats because we're definitely not in the right area. We're in like section 350 and our seats are 310. We're literally across the stadium for where we need to be. So, we leave, and as we're leaving this area, we see people getting stamps. And I'm like, holy shit, Aaliyah, we really are VIP. We really just like snuck in. But turns out when we get to our section, we are actually VIP. We got the United Club stamped on us, and we were like able to go in and out. But the concert, damn, that shit took a while to start. We had to wait for like almost an hour and a half. I don't know, like, it just took a while. I talked and met the person sitting beside me since I apologized for screaming about how upset I was that my phone bugged out. I was trying to scan the QR code because they were advertising the Weeknd exclusive NFT collection, and I was very upset that I could not acquire one. But the person right beside me, her name is Emily, and this lady, respectfully, is like middle-aged, like 30s. And we talk about NFTs at first, and I thought that was funny. And then she tells me that she flew in from Boston just for this concert. And at this point, I'm like, damn, okay, like, you got money like that, huh? Like, goddamn, like, my goodness. We waiting still. I thought we came pretty late because the show said, like, it starts at 6:30. But we got there at, like, 7 or something. I don't know. And we got to see one of the openers. I don't even know how to say this person's name. Like, K Tornado, like, don't even like flame me for that. I'm sorry, but I thought it was super cool because this visuals in this video super entertaining, super trippy to watch. But I thought it was cool. Anyways, right before the show starts, Emily, like the old lady, right? She asked me for my Snapchat, and I'm like, sure. Like, gotta think about it. Like, think about the connections. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she asked for my Snap. I was like, why not? I mean, it's kind of weird, but like, it's whatever. And she was like, let me know if you're ever in Boston. I'm like, okay. But the show started. That shit was amazing. I'm not gonna hold you. That shit was so good. The visuals, the background, the music, it was like 10 out of 10. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a diehard fan like my boy Zidu. But I knew probably like half of the set list, which I mean, still better than none, but it was a super good concert, like definitely one of my favorites. I'm happy Aaliyah had her favorite song played, which is Out of Time. Love you, girl, but I'm out of time. Say I'm there for you, but and I had my favorite song, Die For You, played. Like I said, the show is so good and I really enjoyed it. Exiting was not that bad. We got out pretty early. We took the stairs. But you can see from the outside people moving through the tunnel like ants in a single file line. It was packed. So packed. But we took the light rail, so we had to go find how to get back to light rail. And they got hella like, you got like street vendors, like trying to sell like merch, like the fucking reps and shit. These motherfuckers bugging you. Bugging. I promise you. They stay switching up their prices. Oh my goodness. Aaliyah and I were flaming the t-shirt, and it's like, it's mid and all. Like, it ain't that great. And we go back and forth thinking, like, would we wear it? Like, is it even worth the money? Like, one guy said 10 for 15. And I walked up to him. He was like, where the fuck you hear that? I said, it's 30. I said, huh? You dog tripping, bro. He definitely said 10 or 15. Right? One vendor, he was like, all right, what size you, my guy? And I'm like, nah, the shirt mid. He was like, all right then. And the different vendor, I was like, how much you selling? He was like, 20. And I was like, that guy got it for 15 or 10. He was like, go over there. I was like, okay. And then I was like, damn, shirt wouldn't be that bad. And there's this one guy who said it was fucking 2 for 35. And Aaliyah and I are like, okay, well, cop, like, it ain't that bad. Like, I mean, I guess we save money. There's this man, he said, I didn't say 2 for 35. I said 35 for 1. Like, bro, you didn't even say that. Like, how? But, we're walking around talking to these vendors. Man, we've been going the wrong way. We was headed towards downtown. That is the opposite direction. So, we have to fight our way to the train station. And we walking hella fast, and we passing people and shit. And, oh my goodness. I'm getting, like, when the Avs won the fucking national champs fucking Stanley Cup, like, huge ass line outside the train. And I'm like, damn, that's tough. And a train arrives, and it's the E line, the way we gotta get home. And Aaliyah's like, no, we're not getting on this train. I'm like, bet, because I promise you we will. And me, little life hack, y'all. Stand by the bike door. I see no one is standing by the bike door, and I sprint my ass over there. And, people are like, oh shit, he onto something, because people started flocking over towards me. But Aaliyah and I, we made it on the train. We're like the second people through that door. I was like, come on, first try. I saved us so much time. But After that, we went to go to McDonald's, get a hot and spicy at Mickey D's, and that was about it. Like, we talked about life, and it was a great night.